Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, and we're going to be doing a tag video. So this is kind of like it's a holiday related tag, but it's kind of like a get to know me tag, but you know, for the holiday season kind of sort of. So I told y'all in a recent video that I was going to start doing some more chit chat videos because y'all really liked the last one and I liked it too. And I do have a couple of other topics that I want to share with y'all in future chit chat videos, but they are more kind of like on a serious note, like nothing, you know, super deep thinking or anything like that, but you know, just topics that I wanted to talk about that I see where there may be like some issues or things that I don't really care for in the beauty and makeup industry. But my spirit is just telling me to just be a little lighthearted with this video today. I just feel like I need to distract myself from everything that's going on. I'm actually filming this the day after the election, so I've been watching CNN like nonstop, but I just feel like I want to do something a bit more lighthearted, and if only for a little while, just get my mind off of other things, you know. I'm going to be doing my makeup today while I'm telling you guys a little bit of stuff about what I do for the holiday season. I'm not too crazy about how my makeup came out today, but you know, if you're one of those people who feels like it's just way too early to be talking about the holidays and Christmas and all of that, I'm sorry, but it's not too early for me because I love this time of year. So even though I'm not all that crazy about my makeup, I had a lot of fun filming this video and I hope that y'all enjoy watching it. So before we get started, if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is SonyaNicole. I really hope that you'll consider subscribing while you're here today. Let me know in the comments when you subscribe so that I can be sure to say thank you. And of course, for those of you who are already subscribed and you're returning to the channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back, and as always, thank you for your continued support. Okay, you guys, let's jump right into it. So I'm going to have the questions that I'm going to be using in my description box in case any of you guys want to do this tag. Some of the questions are related to Christmas specifically, but there's a lot of questions that you can relate to just like the holiday season or another holiday if you don't celebrate Christmas. So I'll have the list of questions in my description box, and I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time, which is just let the products that I'm using just pop up on the screen so that I don't have to keep showing y'all, you know, what I'm using. So let's get started. And the first question is, I'm reading them off of my phone. The first question is, when do you start to get excited about the holidays? So I feel like I low-key start to get excited like really in September, like right after Labor Day, I think, because that's like the unofficial end of summer, unofficial start of fall. So I know we have like all of fall to go through, and I actually like the fall season. I love it when the weather starts to change, it gets a little crisp. You start seeing like the fall and like the harvest decorations. I like that time of year. But I think for me, fall also kind of signifies like the start of like that transition into the holiday season. So I think I low-key start to get excited about the holidays like right after Labor Day. And then my birthday is like the end of October, October 21st. So I feel like right after my birthday and then through Halloween. I'm pretty excited about Halloween. I don't do like too much for Halloween outside of like there's some, you know, traditional movies that I may watch on TV, and then I like seeing like, you know, all of the costumes and stuff on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. And then like come November 1st, it's on and popping for me. Like I am one of those people who on November 1st, I'm like 100% holiday mode. And my sister, Rashida, she's the sister that I live with. I get on her nerves every year. Oh goodness, I just got a bunch of foundation in my hair. But anyway, every year I get on her last nerves because on November 1st I start like, you know, slowly talking about holiday stuff. I'll bring up like, you know, what are we gonna do for Thanksgiving dinner, that kind of thing. So yeah, I feel like I low-key start getting into the holiday season in September, but then I'm like full holiday mode starting November 1st. The next question is, do you start your Christmas shopping on Black Friday or do you wait till the last minute? So I don't wait until like the last minute. Like, I'll say I don't wait till the last minute intentionally. I'm a heavy online shopper. I've always preferred shopping online, just like in general. So I feel like normally I will do a mix of like online shopping and going into the store, usually for the holidays. But I think normally maybe like going toward like, I guess whatever the weekend before Christmas would be, I'm still getting stuff like delivered to my house. But I don't buy like a whole lot of stuff either, so I don't really have a whole lot of shopping to do anyway. But I don't intentionally wait to the last minute, but I don't start on Black Friday. Like, I despise Black Friday shopping. I've only attempted Black Friday shopping once, and I just did not care for it at all. The crowds, just the people going crazy, just waiting in line. It's usually cold around Thanksgiving. This area of the country that I live in, I'm in like the mid-Atlantic area, so like usually by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, it's usually cold around here. So I would just much rather prefer doing like Cyber Monday shopping. And like I said, in general, I'm just a heavy online shopper anyway, so I definitely do not do Black Friday shopping. So my shopping experience for the holidays, I mean, it can get hectic sometimes, but it's, you know, nothing too crazy for me. But yeah, I do not get down with Black Friday shopping. So the next question is, what is your favorite holiday movie? And hands down for me, my favorite holiday movie is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and I forget the son's name, the little boy, but The Santa Claus is definitely my favorite holiday movie. I love parts 2 and 3 also, but part 1 is definitely my favorite. I would say Elf is a close second for a favorite holiday movie, but The Santa Claus is definitely my first choice. I watch that every year. That's definitely one movie where for me it's just not Christmas if I don't get to see the Santa Claus. And I usually record it on my DVR. Like, it plays a lot on ABC Family between like Thanksgiving and Christmas, but you know, just in case I miss it for whatever reason, I make sure that I record it so I can catch it and then watch it, you know, whenever I want to. I'm gonna do my brows off camera like I always do, and then I'll come back and then I'll go to the next question. My brows are giving me a hard time today, so I just spent like a long time. This concealer has been sitting for quite some time. But anyway, we were talking about my favorite Christmas movie, which is The Santa Claus. In case y'all haven't seen that movie, it's about how Santa Claus becomes Santa and how like the North Pole and all that works. But it's also about a little boy and his dad. They don't have the closest relationship because he's still really young. I think he might be like 5 or 6 years old in the movie, and his parents are divorced. So he was just spending Christmas Eve night with his dad, and then they ended up bonding and connecting when the dad ended up becoming the new Santa. So that's what the movie is all about. And like I said, it's my favorite. It's like such a cute holiday movie, and it's also funny. It's like one of my favorite movies. It's definitely like a family movie, but I'm a kid at heart when it comes to this time of year, so I can just sit there, you know, just be by myself and watch it and have a good old time. So yeah, that's my favorite holiday movie. So that leads into the next question, which is, can you recite a line from your favorite holiday movie? So from The Santa Claus, the line that always sticks out to me is when one of the little elves, when she says, seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing, and she's talking about kids believing in Santa Claus. And when the dad ends up becoming Santa Claus, he's in, I hope I'm not spoiling the movie if y'all plan on watching it or you've never seen it before, but when the dad is in the North Pole, he's looking at all of this stuff that, you know, he's an adult, so he's like, this can't really be happening, I must be dreaming or something. And he's talking to the elf, and he's like, I don't believe in all of this, I don't believe in Santa Claus. And then the elf says, well, seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing, meaning if you believe in it, you're going to visualize it. And I love that line. Like, I know I'm like all giddy right now, but I just love this time of year, y'all. But yeah, that line always sticks out to me. when I think about that movie. Okay, I know we're not focusing on the products too much today, but I am going to be trying out a new setting powder, so I'm just opening it. So I'll just show y'all this on the screen since it's brand new for me. This is the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in the shade Cool Beige. And I'm just pointing that out because I know like in every video I use pretty much like the same setting powder every single time. But yeah, I'm going to be trying this out for today. So let's move on to the next question. Do you like to stay in your PJs or do you dress up for Christmas? So my preference would definitely be to stay in my PJs. I would love a Christmas where I'm just sitting at home all day. And just, you know, relaxing. I feel like for me in my house, Christmas Eve is more like Christmas Eve night is more of like, I don't know, it's more Christmassy than Christmas Day, if that makes sense. Like Christmas Eve is kind of like, I feel like I might have put on too much powder, but Christmas Eve night especially is kind of like when you're watching Christmas movies. Maybe you're still wrapping last minute presents. I know in my house, I have Christmas music going. I have Christmas movies on the TV. You know, everything is all decorated and everything, but I don't know what it is. Like Christmas Eve night is just like where all the fun takes place. And I feel like Christmas Day, after you exchange gifts and stuff like that, I mean, I feel like that's kind of it on Christmas Day. So for me, I would much rather like have like a chill Christmas Day. Now, sometimes I do go out to, I haven't done this in the past few years, but like sometimes I would go out to my dad and stepmom's house for Christmas dinner. So of course, if I were doing that or going out anywhere, like of course I'm gonna, you know, throw something on. But even if I'm going out to Christmas dinner or something like that, I'm not gonna get all, you know, snazzed out. I'm just gonna, you know, throw something on so I can kind of relax and just hang out. So yeah, my preference would definitely be to just, you know, stay in my PJs and just, you know, be cozy all day. Do you have any Christmas traditions? I feel like the only like real traditions that I actually have would be what I watch on TV, really. Like there's certain things that I have to watch around the holidays in order for Christmas to be Christmas, you know. So of course, like I said, the Santa Claus would be one of those things. I love Elf. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies as well. I love Home Alone 1 and 2. And then I also like those like nostalgic type Christmas movies, like the kid, you know, like the claymation type movies, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like I cannot not watch that around the holidays. And there's another one that I can't even remember the name of it, but it's the story about how Santa Claus became magical or something like that. Oh, and have you ever seen Fred Claus with, oh gosh, I can't even think of the main character now. Just, I'm drawing a blank. But let me know in the comments if you've ever seen Fred Claus. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies too. But yeah, outside of that, I feel like the only other like traditions that I have would be, I usually do bake Christmas cookies every year. I actually haven't done that in the past couple of years. But usually every Christmas, not necessarily for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but usually like at some point around the holidays, I will make these red velvet cookies and they're a hit everywhere I go. So I usually make them every year because everybody really likes them. I usually make traditional chocolate chip cookies, and I also make white chocolate pecan cookies every year. I usually make those for my mom because she loves those. But outside of like baking the cookies and like the stuff that I have to watch on TV, that's really like the only types of like traditions that I have. Okay, the next question is, have you ever built a gingerbread house? And really only the ones that you can buy from like Rite Aid or CVS, the ones that the cookies, like the parts of the house are already baked and all you're doing is sticking them together with the icing. Those are the only ones that I've ever built. So what is your favorite Christmas meal or Christmas treat? So I don't really have a favorite Christmas meal. I'm looking at my my eyeshadow palette trying to decide what to do with my eyes here. I feel like I need to decide that before I start filming these videos, because I did this last time. I was just sitting there forever trying to decide what to do. Okay, so the question is, what is your favorite holiday meal or holiday treat? So a meal, I feel like I don't really have a favorite holiday meal, but I do have a favorite holiday treat, which is peppermint bark. And if you've ever tasted peppermint bark, the one that they sell at Williams Sonoma, which is like a it's like a kitchen type store. They sell like a whole bunch of like kitchen gadgets. I guess you could call it like a kitchen gadget slash cookware type store. Williams Sonoma has peppermint bark, and if you've ever tasted peppermint bark from anywhere else, trust me when I tell you, the one at Williams Sonoma, it's like in a league of its own. It's like the chocolate is like more, it's like richer, more buttery. It just tastes better. It's also more expensive, which is why I don't get it every year. Like last year I just got some peppermint bark from Target, and it was okay, you know, it was fine. But even though the one at Williams and Sonoma is more expensive, trust me when I tell you it is worth it. I'll link it for you guys. Let me know if you decide to order some, because I'm telling you, you would love this one better than any other one you've ever tried. That's definitely my favorite holiday treat, is peppermint bark. What's your favorite holiday drink? That's definitely eggnog. Let me know in the comments if y'all like eggnog, because I know some people love it, some people hate it. I love eggnog. I try really, really hard not to start drinking it though until Thanksgiving, because the earlier I start drinking it, the more I'm gonna drink between like November, and I guess they keep it in the stores until like shortly after Christmas. So I always just try to wait until like Thanksgiving dinner before I start tapping into the eggnog. But of course, my sister went to the store just yesterday and bought me some eggnog, and I'm like, well, it's in the house now, so I gotta start drinking it. I only had a little sip of it though so far, but I'm gonna try my best not to have any more until Thanksgiving. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys like eggnog. Next question is, what is your favorite holiday or Christmas song? So for me, hands down, that would be This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. And I usually have to start off, like before I start like really getting into like listening to Christmas music like consistently for the holidays, I have to kind of like kick it off with that particular song. So that is definitely my favorite. And I feel like a close second would probably be Silent Night by The Temptations. I went ahead and finished up most of my eyeshadow off camera, but I'm using this Dose of Colors. This is the Smoky Soiree palette, and I'm not as impressed with it as I thought I was going to be. Like, I was so excited about this, but I don't know, maybe I don't really care for this, for the way my eyes look. But I always feel like my eye look kind of comes together, and it looks a lot better when I put my mascara on. So we'll see, you know, when I get to the end of the look. But yeah, I'm not really feeling my eyeshadow too much right now, but I'm gonna keep on going with my questions. The next one is real or fake Christmas tree. Listen, real Christmas trees are too much work. They are too much work. Like, unless you're gonna clean up all the needles, first you gotta drag the tree in the house. And I know that they have like those big Christmas tree bags now, so you can wrap the tree up. Like, when you pick it up, you can wrap it up so that the needles aren't getting all over the place. But you gotta drag the tree in the house, you gotta clean up needles all the time, you gotta water the tree, and then you gotta take the tree out. Like, to me, taking the tree out getting it in and taking it out, to me, that's just so much worse, so much more work than just putting it up, you know. Now I have an artificial tree, and I think they call it a flocked tree. So my tree looks like it has like that fake snow on it. So every time I take it out, I do get some of that fake snow on the carpet, and I have to vacuum it up. But that's only like, you know, when I'm fluffing it out. Like, it's not like the snow, like the fake snow is like constantly falling down on the carpet. But with a real tree, you have to clean up the needles all the time. It's just so annoying. And I know a lot of people are like, you know, the main reason they like having a real tree is for the scent of the tree, and they do smell so good. They really do. All you have to do is go to Yankee Candle, and you can get their candle called, I think it's called Christmas Tree or Oh Christmas Tree. It smells just like a Christmas tree. I mean, it smells just like pine. But Christmas trees, real trees, I can't deal with them. They're just way too much work. So I'm all about the fake Christmas tree. And I love my tree because it has, like I said, it has that fake snow on it, and I love snow. So I just love the fact that my tree looks like it has snow in it. But no, I cannot do a real Christmas tree. So I kind of just answered this next question. It's, would you rather have snow and cold or warm and dry weather for Christmas? Like I said, I love snow. So I don't want like a snowstorm. Like, I'm not trying to get stuck anywhere or not be able to go where I'm trying to go for the holidays. But if it's just snow on the ground to make it look nice and pretty outside, that would be great. And I feel like snow on Christmas Eve night would be really pretty. Like, I think I would rather have that than snow on actual Christmas Day. But whether or not it's snowing, I definitely think it needs to be cold at Christmas time. And a part of that is where I live. So like I said, I live like in the Philadelphia area. So up here it's supposed to be cold that time of year. I just feel like it's too like out of the norm. If it's like 70, 80 degrees at Christmas time, like it's December, it should be, you know, it should be cold. So whether or not it's snowing, I feel like it should definitely be cold. I don't want it to feel like spring or summer at Christmas time. I forgot to set my face before I put my mascara on. I forgot my liquid highlighter. I do this every time because I'm just not used to using a liquid highlighter. So I had this sitting out right next to my concealer so I could remember to do it, and I forgot. But anyway, moving along, I just did my mascara off camera, so my eyes are done. I'm still not too crazy about the eye look, but like I said earlier, I feel like it does look better now that I have my mascara on. But moving on to my next question, it's, have you ever had a white Christmas? So I feel like this was the Christmas of, I think this was 2008, I want to say. So if you live in my neck of the woods or like anywhere in that mid-Atlantic area, let me know if you remember. That was the year where, or whatever year it was, but I'm pretty sure it was 2008, the winter of 2008, 2009, we had like a lot of snow that year. We had like 4 blizzards that year, and I know in Philadelphia we had a total of like 80 inches of snow, which is like unheard of for us. And one of those blizzards started on Christmas night. Back then, the job that I had, I always had to go to work the day after Christmas, and I used to hate it. Like the past like 10 years or so, I've been working in higher education, so I never really had to go to work. Like I usually am off that week between Christmas and New Year's, but back then I always had to go to work the day after Christmas. So most years back then, I used to consistently go to my dad and stepmom's house for Christmas dinner, but I could never stay as late as I wanted to because I had to go home at some point to go to sleep because I had to go to work the next day. But on this particular year, Christmas was like, I feel like Christmas might have been on a Sunday, so I would have had the day off, the following day off, that Monday. So this particular year, I would have been able to, you know, stay over and just hang out as long as I wanted to. And of course, this year it started snowing that night, and it was like maybe like 8, 9 o'clock Christmas night, it started snowing. And we left, my boyfriend and I at the time, we left so that we didn't get stuck at my dad's house. And I remember I was so mad because the one year where I could have just hung out as late as I wanted to and just stayed up chit-chatted, munching on leftovers and all of that, I couldn't do it because we couldn't get stuck over there. And I feel like we got like 20 inches of snow that night or something. So even though it didn't start snowing until that night, I mean, technically that is a white Christmas because it was still Christmas and it did snow. But other than that, I don't ever remember having a white Christmas. But let me know, like, if y'all live like in the mid-Atlantic area, let me know if y'all remember that winter. As much as I love snow, that winter was so annoying because it was like every time you turned around it was snowing, and it was always like these huge snowstorms, and it was like that you couldn't find anywhere to put the snow. Like if you went to the mall, like half of the parking lot was just covered with like these mounds of snow. And we get snow here usually every year, but we never had a winter like that. I was just so sick of snow, I didn't know what to do that year. But anyway, like I said, that's the only time I ever remember having a white Christmas. So I'm basically done with my makeup, but I do have 2 more questions that I wanted to share with y'all. So the next question is, what is your least favorite thing about the holidays? And I know that this might sound kind of like cheesy, but I feel like my least favorite thing is just like saying goodbye to the holiday season. Like I do get low-key like depressed around that time of year, like right after New Year's. I just feel like you're taking down all the decorations and you're just like going back to like your everyday, like whatever you like. It's just not happy anymore when the holiday season is over. So I feel like that is my least favorite thing. At the same time though, I'm glad that the holiday season is just a season, because it does give you something to look forward to every year. Like it wouldn't be as exciting if the holiday season were all year long. But you know, I really don't like taking down the decorations, and you know, there's no more Christmas movies on the TV. Like it really is like a sad kind of like depressing time for me. So, and then the last question is, do you make New Year's resolutions and do you stick to them? No, I don't. I don't ever do New Year's resolutions because I just don't find that they're helpful for me. I would say I more so do, I don't even want to call it a resolution, but every year I say to myself, like around, I would say maybe October, I always say to myself, I really need to be more disciplined and just watch what I'm eating from like October through New Year's, because it's like, you know, normally you would be going to like maybe a bunch of like holiday get-togethers. People love to give like food, like edible gifts this time of year, and I do go crazy with like the junk food and the eggnog and the peppermint bark, and you know, going back for seconds and thirds at Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner and all of that. So I do usually say to myself to just be mindful about, you know, what I'm eating, how much I'm eating. I do think I need to be more active in general, but the holiday season, it causes you to do a lot of running around. But like outside of that, I also try to work out a little bit more than I would normally do, and I need to work out more like in general anyway. But that's not really like a resolution, that's just me trying to be mindful to just not go overboard for the holiday season. But I never do New Year's resolutions. I just have never really, you know, been into that whole thing. So that completes my questions for the holiday tag. I hope that y'all liked it. I hope that y'all didn't find this video boring. I had a lot of fun doing this video because I just love this time of year. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave today. And I will see y'all back here for my next video. Until then, take care. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.